It is Saturday, March 23rd, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword, which means the second of two themeless puzzles, very possibly the trickiest puzzle of the week. And I'm solving this late at night. The previous evening, because I have travel upcoming, and I'm getting this solve out of the way, but it also means I'm tired. And so we'll see how effectively I can solve this crossword. I'm hoping it's not too difficult given the circumstances. We'll just have to find out and see. And this Saturday themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Adam and Annette Noble, Noah Bezanson, Mitchell Turek, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster. Thank you so much to those four. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel, they sustain this series. For that, I'm very grateful. Thanks to those four. Thanks to everybody who is a patron of the Daily Solve channel. And if you'd like to do so, you can join them at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. I know that I'm running behind on my bonus videos for patrons due to this ongoing travel, but that will end soon, and I will hopefully catch up with these and catch up on those videos in the coming week. In any case, thank you if you're a backer at any level. I do appreciate it, and thanks to everybody who is. Thanks also if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. That's a big help. And there's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join via a description field link. It's a nice, friendly chat community over there, so check it out. All right, let's just get right on to the crossword, which was constructed by Sam Azarsky, who's a puzzle editor at the New York Times. He edits the Daily Spelling Bee puzzle and has constructed several dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited once again by our interim editor, Joel Faliano, and it's a Saturday themeless puzzle. Let's get on with it. Let's start solving. They're seen around diners. Booths doesn't fit, obviously. What are seen around diners? Eggs? I don't know. Ambassador cut. Not sure what that means. A cut of meat, maybe? I don't think I recognize that. Worrisome word from a barber. Oops, I suppose would be a worrisome word from a barber. That wouldn't be something you'd want to hear. Response akin to says who. Response akin to says who. So what would mean says who? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sizzling could be hot. What would this be? I'm not sure. Speaking volumes, question mark. Speaking volumes. Audiobooks, maybe? If they're volumes or books that are said aloud. It looks like, yes, it does fit. I think that's probably right. But these might be some useful crosses to check. Bowlful often served with bean sprouts. Oh, pho. Pho often has bean sprouts in it. Actually, now that I think about it, that seems probably correct. Blue belt, question mark. I'm not getting that. Yours in Torino. So this will be yours in Italian. I mean, my first guess would be that it starts with tu, so it could simply be tuo. That looks and sounds very plausible to me. Does that help me with these acrosses? Ambassador cut. I really don't know what's going on with that at all. Response akin to says who. Yeah, I don't have a great sense about these, but I'm fairly confident about audiobooks and its crosses. Let's look at this. Bring around. To bring around. That could mean to convince somebody. It could mean to literally take something somewhere. To bring around. I'm going to bring you around. I'm going to convince you. That feels like the most likely meaning, but I'm not sure what it is offhand. Activist born at 375 ppm per her social media bio. Well, an activist could be Greta Thunberg. Oh, born at 375 parts per. Oh, is that parts per million? That could be something to do with air quality. That could be an air quality index measurement. So maybe what that means is in the year that Greta Thunberg was born, that was the air quality sort of average where she was born. That could be what that means. I think this is probably the answer. And that's my guess as to what that means. But let's keep looking. Big name in trucks. Don't really have a good idea there. Ambassador cut, response. Oh, this could be something like, why should I? Response akin to, yeah. Response akin to says who? Why should I? Why should I do that? I think that might be right. It looks very likely given the crosses. So does that help me with this? Bring around. Oh, yes. If you bring someone around, you could sway them to your side of an argument. And then big name in trucks. Oh, rider maybe? Rider. Do they rent trucks? I don't know, but they're rider certainly large trucks associated with hauling or moving are often rider. I couldn't even tell you specifically what the Ryder Corporation or whatever does, but I think that's probably the answer. Oh, strip steak, ambassador cut? I don't think I'm familiar with that phrase, but I'm fairly certain this is correct. It's a cut, as in a cut of steak in this case. Would you mind? Is it okay? Yeah, that sounds good. Declaim. To declaim would be to elocute, to sort of, orate or something, to read aloud. Okay, trace of music. Trace Adkins? That kind of sounds vaguely familiar. It looks like a plausible name. I think that's probably right, but let's look at the crosses and see. Lead into male or female could be cis male or cis female. And then here we have lovey-dovey in a way could be kissy, sort of, demonstrating affection overtly. And then easily crushable, puny, as in, tiny and weak. Standards of purity could be carats, as in standards of purity with respect to a gemstone or something, or gold. Maybe gold more accurately in this case because it's the purity carats, because there are two different carats. And this is the purity kind, I think, rather than the weight kind. Okay, gloomy atmosphere could be a pall. Oh, carrot, yes, with an A, carrots with an A. Yes, it is a pall. Okay, there we go. So you could say a pall was cast over the gathering. A gloomy atmosphere overtook us, you could say. 2022 rom-com with a predominantly LGBTQ cast. Bros, I guess. I don't think I know this movie. I certainly haven't seen it, but it could be the answer. It sounds like it could be the name of a film. To get hitched could be to say yes, maybe, to sort of accept a marriage proposal. Blank cat, holiday creature in Icelandic folklore. The Yule cat. Yes, the Yule cat is what does the Yule cat do in Icelandic folklore? The Yule cat is some sort of tormenting creature, as I recall. I can't remember exactly what it does, but it's some. The Yule lads are a folkloric element of Icelandic culture, and they're largely tormenting. It's a fairly dark element of Icelandic Christmas tradition, and I can't remember what specifically the Yule cat does. Oh, that's so frustrating that I can't remember. Oh. It scratches you or something. I can't remember what the Yule cat does. That's so frustrating. Anyway, they may come with opinions. Rumors? No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Grant or Benjamin? Not sure what we're looking for there. Sorry. Prefix in some health product names. Oof. Kind of running out of steam in this area. Let's see. What about this? Extra security. So, safety net. There we go. That's an extra bit of security. Egg-shaped brain structures. Don't know. Like Beth among the March sisters. The is Beth the oldest? This is Little Women. I don't remember. Maybe this isn't Oops, but oldest I think is probably Beth among the March sisters. So what worrisome word from a barber? I don't like this. Maybe it's not old. Maybe she's not the oldest. I don't remember. I mean, I read Little Women when I was very young, and then I saw the Greta Gerwig film when it came out, which I really liked, but I just don't remember the individual names well enough. Sizzling. Don't know. Limerick group. So it could be referring to Limerick, the actual place in Ireland, or it could be referring to Limerick, the poem whose namesake is Limerick, Ireland. But I'm not sure which is relevant to this, unfortunately. Troy setting for short. Troy setting for short. Ancient Greece? I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Taking off the table. Bussing? Yeah, okay. You could bus dishes and cutlery and things, take them off the table. Oh, maybe not though. Smacks the forehead. My first thought here is dough. No, but it could be gah. Could be gah. Frustrated at myself, that kind of thing. Yep, totally feel that. I hear ya. Yeah, that fits. That does fit. Species named for its squarish shape. I can't think of what this is. They're seen around diners. Oh, bibs. Is that what it is? Oh, yes. It's not diners, the kind of restaurant. It's diners as in a person who is eating, who's dining, who could be wearing a bib. That's what it is. So, species name for its squarish shape is a something fish, probably? Boxfish. I don't think I recognize that, but it sounds like it would be correct. Oh, Irish. Limerick group. Irish. Oh, okay. This was simpler than I was making it. I guess it just means group of people who might be in Limerick would be Irish people, I suppose. So the worrisome word from a barber is uh-oh. Okay, I see. I usually think of that as two words, but I suppose if it's hyphenated, it's a single word. So Beth must be the shyest among the March sisters. There we go. Okay, so egg-shaped brain structures are, don't know, this looks like New York State. Oh, Troy. Yes, okay, I think there is a city in New York called Troy, which I did know but didn't occur to me as I was reading the clue. So New York State would be the setting for Troy. Egg-shaped brain structures are what? I don't know. Lassitude is sort of sloth or fatigue or I can't think, sorry. My goodness. What was this again? Oh, egg-shaped brain structures. What is that? I'm not sure. My goodness. My goodness. Dear me, my goodness. Can't think. Cleveland, e.g., abbreviation. A president? Grover Cleveland? Cleveland, e.g. I'm not sure. Grant or Benjamin. Prefix in some health product names. Not sure about this either. Slack could be something slack. It's loose, or if something has slack, it has looseness. It's what? What is it? My goodness. Okay, let's find something to put in the grid. Print source. I haven't a clue what that's asking for. End of discussion. I said, or that's that. End of discussion. Period, you could say. Full stop. That's it. End of sentence. Period. Egg-shaped brain. Oh, okay. That looks okay with egg-shaped brain structures because ending in I sounds reasonable for thalami? The thalamus. Thalami? Is that egg-shaped thalami? I think that might be right. My goodness. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness, Lord. Okay. Lassitude. Oh, torpor. There we go. Okay. Lassitude, sluggishness, that sort of thing. Grant or Benjamin? Still don't see this, unfortunately. Cleveland. Oh, Democrat? Grover Cleveland? That seems plausible. What about this? Prefix in some health product names. Doesn't look like anything to me. Slack. Oh, limp. If a rope is slack, it could be limp, for instance. Turkey bacon, question mark. Oh, the Turkish lira. It's Turkey, the country. Their bacon, in other words, their cash, their money, is the lira. That's pretty good. Grant or Benjamin. Large. What is this? Grant or Benjamin. Those are large bills, large dollar bill denominations. Benjamin is 100, and a grant is, what is it? I don't even know. Is that 1,000? I'm honestly not sure. But it is a large dollar bill denomination. So, oh, get hitched to say I do. It's not say yes. That was never a good, because technically saying yes isn't getting hitched. That's just planning to get hitched. The actual getting hitched is the marriage, the wedding ceremony itself when you say I do. So that was a poor answer from the start on my part. Prefix in some health product names. Medi for medical. There we go. And they may come with opinions, rulings. So a judge may issue a ruling and then issue an opinion to explain the ruling. Way up in the mountains. Yonder? No. Something on high? Don't know. Easy now. Be gentle. Way up in the mountains. Oh, yeah, okay. I think that's right, because way up in the mountains doesn't mean way up, in other words, far up. It means way up, in other words, a route up or a method by which you go up in the mountains, which could be a gondola, ski lift sort of gondola, that kind of thing. Fabric named for a Mideast capital, Damask, named for Damascus, obviously. That is a fabric. Rubs the wrong way. If one rubs someone the wrong way, one galls. Yes, you could say that. That's galling. It really rubs me the wrong way. Galls me. Hill adjacent field in brief. No idea. Legit. If something's legit, it's licit. It's legal. It's all good. All fair, something like that. Probably all good. Veteran NFL quarterback whose name anagrams to something. Okay, well, probably ends in Smith. You could spell that with the letters from something, although that makes this not all good. Or so it's legit. It's all, I don't know, but let's look back at this. So we have Smith and N accounted for. We need an O and an E and a G. Okay, well, that doesn't look right at all. Gone Smith. Okay, I think, okay, I'm on the wrong track. I have no idea who this is, unsurprisingly. So there we go. Plates for nuts. Plates for nuts. I don't know what that's getting at all. Grievance. A grievance could be a... I don't know that either. Take as a pointer. So if someone gives you a tip and you say, I'm going to take that pointer, I'm going to do as you... No. Pointer could also be a dog. That's a category of dog breed. To take something as a pointer could be to dog something. Veteran NFL. Oh, no. I was going to say Gene, but there's only one E in here. Whose name anagrams to something. I don't know. Sorry. This is, I mean, I'm sure many of you know this instantly, but I just don't. Bench cover, question mark. A robe? So it could be a bench, in other words, in the sense of a court, like a court of law, and a judge sitting on the bench wears a robe. Blank Street Music Festival, annual May event. Beale Street Music Festival. So what is this? Gent Smith? Well, okay, if I did put Smith in here, what would be left? We'd have an O left. Geno Smith. How likely do I think that is? Let's look at this. City of 1+ million, near the Russia-Kazakhstan border. Omsk? This doesn't look very good. No, it does. Modern money kiosk. It does look good. It doesn't an ATM. I mean, presumably. Modern money kiosk. A digital ATM? Digital. Oh, no. Modern, maybe a Bitcoin ATM? That does fit. That could be the answer. To take a pointer would be to dog nap the pointer, to kidnap the dog. Blank Girl Isn't Pretty, Funny Girl song. I don't know. Don't recognize it. Cry of encouragement. Oh, Olay maybe? Like a football cry, football chant? Could be. Picture of Pluto, perhaps. It could be Pluto, the animated character, so it could be a cell of animation, you know, an individual cell of an animated film. Looked quickly, stole a peek. There we go, that's a phrase. Blank Girl Isn't Pretty. Just don't know. Venezuela landmark that's the tallest of its kind in the world, 3,212 feet. Something falls. Oh, this is If a Girl Isn't Pretty is the name of the song. Okay. So then what is this? I don't know. What about this? Fathers in Hebrew. Fathers in Hebrew. I'm not sure. Grievance. A grievance is a... Not sure. Advice to move on, or advice to move on. Advice to, oh, it is advice to move on. Let it go. Could be advice to just move on and get past it. Oh, Angel Falls, maybe this is? Grievance. I still don't know what this is, sorry. Resort that prohibits snowboarding. I have heard of the ski resort Alta. I didn't know they prohibit snowboarding. I've never been there, but that's probably correct. A grievance is a plaint. So if you're sort of plaintive, you're complaining, or a complaint. If you're complaining, you're issuing a grievance. Okay. And then Lee Moo Blank, Chow Yun Fat's role in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I mean, I have seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but it was when it was released, and I don't remember the names of the characters. So, fathers. Oh, is it Abbas? Limu Bai? That, I mean, it could well be correct. I'm going to put it in, and we'll remember to come back to it if the puzzle doesn't validate. Off the Court Memoirist, 1981. Ashe, maybe? Arthur Ashe was a tennis player, so it could refer to a tennis court. Seems plausible, and the year seems plausible to me as well. Last in Line. Don't think I see what that's getting at. Baby raccoons. Oh, kits. Is it kits, I think? A kit is a baby raccoon, I think. So what about, oh, legit. It's all that. There we go. You could say, that's totally legit. It's all that. Yeah, okay. Plates for nuts. I don't think I know what that is. Print source, don't know. Last in Line. Hill adjacent field in brief. Oh, hill adjacent in the sense of Capitol Hill. This is a U.S. politics reference, and then it's referencing a field of study, political science, or poli-sci. There we go. So last in line is a scar? In other words, it's a line that lasts and is sort of a reminder of an injury, maybe? Oops. Plates for nuts. Plates for nuts. What is that getting at? Nuts. So nuts could be, people who are obsessed with something or sort of slightly unhinged, or obviously the food, or the kind of hardware. It could be the hardware. A nut in the sense of, counterpart to a bolt. So the nut, the bit that you sort of, that fixes, that holds the bolt on, because this could be a washer, which would be a sort of plate. A washer is basically a plate that goes in between the nut and a surface. So this would be prints. Oh, yes, it is. That is correct, because this is a paw. So an animal's paw might make a paw print. It would be the source of a print. So that was all correct. Okay, good. So that was the Saturday crossword. I was very tired. I have very sleepy eyes, which I've had to continue to, not had to, but which I've been compelled to continue to sort of occasionally attend to. But that was the Saturday crossword. I made it through despite my fatigue, despite my torpor, my lassitude, as was clued in this puzzle. So that was that. That was the Saturday crossword. And a bit of a tricky one. At least I found it a little tricky. I certainly was influenced. That trickiness was influenced by my mental state, but it did feel like a slightly tricky crossword. Let me know if you found that to be the case as well. Drop me a comment or let me know in the Daily Solve Discord chat server. I'm always curious how people find these puzzles. And with that, I do need to get some sleep, so I'm going to wrap up this video. But thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back. No, you know what? I probably won't be back tomorrow, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think I'll have time to record tomorrow's puzzle, but I will have something else on the channel instead. So I did pre-record a video. So there will be something regardless. So join me then. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.